Hello everyone, I am Karunakar. Today let's dive into Canadian vehicle registrations, a roadmap through data. First, let's look at the datasets used. The primary dataset used for analysis comes from Stats Canada, and the dataset is vehicle registrations dataset. The key columns of the dataset are year, geography, vehicle type, and number of registrations. And the another dataset used is sales of fuel used for motor vehicles, which is also sourced from Stats Canada. The key columns in this dataset are year, geography, types of fuel, sales, and sales in liters. Both datasets were obtained in a pre-clean format, requiring only minor changes in Excel. I began my analysis by looking at the distribution of registrations across different vehicle types in Canada in 2022. This was done to better understand the current pattern of vehicle registrations. In 2022, total road motor vehicle registrations in Canada were 26,302,526. The graph shows a gradual increase in the number of registrations nationwide from 2017 to 2022. Now let's look at the distribution of vehicle types for the year 2022. So in the year 2022, light-duty vehicles represent approximately 91.7% of all registrations. Light-duty vehicles are defined as those weighing up to 4,535 kilograms, encompassing of cars, light-duty pickup trucks, and vehicles with four tires only. And the mid-duty vehicles make up about 2.57% of registrations, defined as vehicles weighing between 4,536 and 11,793 kilograms, such as medium trucks. So, when examining the proportion of vehicle registrations based on fuel types, it's clear that gasoline vehicles account for approximately 90.54% of registrations. Conversely, battery electric vehicles represent a mere 0.86% of registrations, indicating their relatively low prevalence even in 2022. The analysis of the first objective has sparked my curiosity to delve into the comparison of gasoline vehicles and diesel vehicles against electric vehicles, hybrid electric vehicles, and plug in hybrid electric vehicles in Canada over several years, which constitutes my second objective. The registration of diesel vehicles has demonstrated a gradual increase with minimal year on year changes observed. Similarly, the gasoline vehicles have exhibited a similar trend, although there was a 0.4% decrease in registrations in 2022 when compared to 2021. Here, we see the distribution of battery electric, hybrid, and plug-in electric vehicles. Across all categories, there is a noticeable trend of rapid increase over time, indicating a growing adoption of electric vehicles in recent years. I then proceeded to investigate whether this trend is consistent across all regions of the country, leading to my third objective, which is analyzing the distribution of vehicle registrations by fuel type across different provinces in Canada. From the map, it is evident that the majority of registrations between 2017 and 2022 originate from Ontario, followed by Quebec. Noticeably, there is a significant difference of nearly 1 million registrations between Alberta and British Columbia. Subsequently, I conducted a similar analysis focusing solely on gasoline and diesel vehicles. The trend persists, reaffirming that the majority of registrations are indeed attributed to gasoline and diesel vehicles. However, when examining the registrations of battery electric vehicles, the trend diverges. Quebec emerges as a frontrunner, trailed by Ontario and British Columbia. Alberta noticeably lags behind with only 16,382 battery electric vehicle registrations, underscoring its dominance by gasoline and diesel vehicles. This difference can be attributed to Quebec and BC's provincial EV sales mandates, fostering a more favorable environment for electric vehicle adoption. Significant differences emerged when Alberta and British Columbia were compared, both of which had similar total registrations but different trends. While electric vehicle registrations in British Columbia have increased rapidly over the years, gasoline vehicle registrations in Alberta have predominated, with a slight decrease in 2022. In contrast, the number of gasoline vehicle registrations increased in British Columbia in 2022. Using the fuel sales for motor vehicles dataset, I pursued my fourth objective, which is examining the relationship between fuel sales and vehicle registrations in Canada. Fuel sales demonstrate a consistent decline over time, with a pronounced sharp drop observed in 2020. This trend is indicative of the rising prevalence of electric vehicles alongside the disruptive impact of COVID-19 pandemic. Despite fluctuations in fuel sales, vehicle registrations persistently exhibit an upward trajectory throughout the timeline, underscoring the enduring demand for vehicles. Moving on to the geographical distributions of fuel sales across Canada from 2017 to 2022, it is evident that Ontario, Quebec, Alberta, and British Columbia are the major players. Upon visualizing the previous map in the form of bar chart, an interesting pattern emerges, which is indicating a strong correlation between fuel sales and the number of registrations across provinces. Specifically, both metrics exhibit precisely similar trends when analyzed at the provincial level. With this compelling observation in mind, I proceeded to develop a simple linear regression model to analyze the relationship between fuel sold in liters and the number of vehicle registrations leveraging provincial level data. So the model developed demonstrates significance with a p-value of less than 0.0001. According to the model equation, for every increase of 1000 registrations, fuel sales are expected to increase by approximately 2470 liters. Thank you for watching and I hope you like the analysis.